Good morning, AHCA family and community and friends from around the cleaning industry. I'm so happy that you could make it this morning. This is our weekly Monday motivational live. And unfortunately, we are a bit late, going on an hour late. We were having internet issues at our house. And we're not sure if it was because of the weather or something else, but we have fixed it. And of course, persistence. First thing is the number one, part of growth and sticking to our goals and having success in them, no matter what the obstacles are. So this morning, something that's been on our hearts and minds is just really focusing on feeding the positive aspects of our lives and in our hearts, because Zarina or Tim Tague, Zarina and Tim are HCA members, and they brought up in our last meeting on Thursday this idea of the good dog and the bad dog, the vicious dog that is in your mind that attacks you on a daily basis, that looks down on everything you do. You can't do anything right? Like that sense of like self-criticism, or just focusing on the failures and on the things that aren't going to help us find solutions. Maybe just the complaining. Those are all examples of the bad dog. And so just the idea of starving that dog, because if you don't feed something, it will eventually die.
You talking about starving me? Am I the bad dog?
Hi, Kevin. So
Hey.
glad you could join us.
Happy Monday, y'all.
So, yeah, well, in all of us, we all have this part of us that's wanting to criticize us and wants to keep us focused on the things to complain about and the negative things. And so it's about starving that, not putting focus on that, being aware. I was thinking the other day, we should have like a pretty little bell that rings every, 30 minutes to refocus our mind and ask ourselves, be conscious of what are we focusing on right now? Even if we're working on a tedious task, whatever that might be, scheduling, dealing with clients, we can still start to sometimes get caught up in all the little discouragements or the little things that might go wrong or whatnot, instead of focusing on the bigger picture and the gratitude for how far we have come, how much more we get to accomplish, that we get to work on, the goals that we have for this week, the goals that we have for this month and this coming year, and really putting a focus on those positive things that work to uplift us and keep us focused on becoming better every day.
That's so true. And it's really helpful. And you don't need a bell. If you got one of these
Right.
in
Put a bell on
y'all's
the
pocket
phone.
right here,
Yeah.
what you can do is you can set a recurring alarm for Monday through
Yeah.
Friday or every day, and set it for maybe 2 or 3 times during the day and label it and say, check yourself. Or what you could do is
like
take a
positive
pen
thinking
and just make a big old black dot right here on your palm. So every single time that you look at your hand while you're, throughout your day, you can say, okay, it's time to check myself right now. And am I in a positive state of mind, or am I falling victim to the gremlins in my head that are telling me that I can't do this and that there's no way this is possible? Put a dot on there, set an alarm. It's an exercise that'll be really helpful for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also really important to keep our thoughts in a positive state of mind, so that when things that are challenges that come up, we're more likely to take them on with a calmer and more rational perspective, and safeguard and a lot of times our relationships even. So that's really the key takeaway with this Monday motivation is, don't just think positively, but make the positive things your focus, the solutions your focus, the big picture your focus. And when those challenges come up, see them as learning experiences strengthening experiences, and actually garner strength from them and starve that negative dog out, and don't feed it and dwell on things that are going to discourage you in your journey this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember this one thing, y'all. Growing a successful business is not about KPIs. It's not about software and systems. And systems are important, but systems will do nothing for you at all if you don't put in the repetitive daily work in growing yourself, self-improvement. That's the only way to grow a successful business. Because if you want change in your business right now and you say, hey, nobody wants to work, I can't do this, I can't do that, you've got a reactive mindset, and things aren't going to change. The only way that things are going to change is that if you change, right? If we keep doing the same thing and we keep complaining about the same stuff, nothing's ever going to change. You have to change. And that means that we have to put in work every single day to grow ourselves as leaders. Now, right now, Grace and I and the HCA Leaders Group are reading The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People.
Highly effective people.
Effective people. And we're on habit 3 and 4 now. This is our 3rd week doing it. If you're an HCA member, send me a direct message so that we can get you into the Success Club. It's helping a lot, and we're helping you understand how we can apply it to our business. And then I wanted to say one more thing, because I know right now towards the end of the year, when we're coming up on the last quarter, I know that a lot of you are starting to work on goals for next year in 2023. And there's a lot of people out there and systems and everything saying that now is the time that you really need to focus on your numbers and look at these graphs and charts and put them in there and do all these predictions with your KPIs and all this other stuff. Man, I'm getting all anxious even thinking about all the numbers and the spreadsheets and all that other stuff. For your New Year's resolution, you don't have to wait until January 1st. Make that resolution today to work on yourself starting now. And then you'll get a head start and take it into 2023. Don't worry about your numbers, because look, when you work on yourself and that's where your main focus is, and you don't worry and about your numbers and your predictions, all this other stuff, your numbers and your bank account and your success is going to follow. That's going to be the byproduct of focusing completely on you as a leader. And then as you become a stronger leader, your team becomes stronger, and the numbers will follow that.
It's so true. You know, one of the things that Stephen talks about in these chapters is that people are not efficient. You have to invest in your team. You have to invest in yourself. We cannot treat ourselves and our teams as just numbers and just, you know, checkboxing of you know, what's the like outcome of, you know, their just how well they're doing, how many reviews they're getting, how many kudos they're getting. People don't function well in a situation where they feel like another number in your business, because they aren't. They aren't another number. And so putting a focus on building them up as cleaning service providers and building them up in their confidence and in their and how they see you view them, and that you can let go of those small errors, and your focus is on building them as a person instead of just performance you know, check boxes and reviews. That is really going to be the way of the future, because I think that there's a lot of businesses that are recognizing this now, which is good, but recognizing it and implementing it into our industry is a brand new thing. And I think I am seeing people do it more and more, but Kevin and I have been talking about this for a long time now. And it's really fun to finally use things like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People to show everyone, yes, this is what needs to be implemented into our industry, because the people who do the work, they are the number one part of your business. They're not just the help, they are producing the product that your clients are paying for. And so if they don't feel uplifted, if they don't know how important they are, then what they do for your clients is not, it's going to be subpar. It just is. And I know that's hard for a lot of people to hear, but as we grow and we work on ourselves and we really consider all these things, the more I think people are going to be implementing this. And I'm really excited to see that happen. So,
Yeah, it is time. You got to start working on yourself right now. Here's why. Just like Grace said, there's changes that's happening in our world right now, in our business, in economy. No matter how we feel about that, it's happening, and it's not going to change. It's going to continue to progress. And those of us who adapt to when changes come up like this, those that adapt will soar, and the people that choose not to adapt to the changes will be left behind in the dust. And so, choose leadership over management, and that's what Grace was just saying. People with the amount, I mean, if you go down Main Street right now, there's a, help wanted sign on every single sign that you see. Everybody's hiring right now. What does that mean? That means that the workforce has a lot of options, right? And so it's going to become more and more difficult to find employees if you don't adapt with the change in this industry that the HCA is leading, which is choose leadership over management. Nobody wants to be managed. People, what's another word for management?
control, controlled.
People don't want to work for a company where they just put on a shirt, grab a clipboard, check a box, and be told, go here from point A to point B. And then when you're done, do this, that, and the other. They want to be treated with respect as a professional, right? And so, as a leader, your job is not to control your employees. Your job is to lead your employees. And your staff members will see a change in you. And as you continue to put in the daily effort in yourself and growing as a leader, your staff will recognize that and will have more respect for you as their leader. And then you'll be able to take what you're learning as you become a stronger leader and then be able to more effectively lead them, which is also going to help them live happier, more successful lives in their personal lives.
Yeah.
So there really is no way around. And it's a good thing because it challenges all of us right now. Because who doesn't want to change? Who doesn't want to become better? We all want to come better, right?
Yeah.
That's our main focus every single day. We encourage each other and to become better in all ways. And that's why, we listen to these audiobooks and we read so many books, is because we get that information that we didn't receive in school. Most of us didn't receive it from our family. And so we get it from doing this work together and then holding each other accountable so that we all can adapt and grow together through this change.
Right. Absolutely. And if you have not joined the AHCA yet, or you haven't heard of the AHCA, it's the American House Cleaners Association. We recently started this Success Club group of applying the knowledge that we have of the industry through the PCP course and what we're doing with this whole mission of raising respect and awareness for our industry. And we are applying that to books like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People so that we can grow powerful teams together. So if you haven't been heard of this or gone through our courses yet, I highly recommend you do it as soon as possible. Like we were saying before, there's a lot of changes happening in the world. And one of the things that Kevin and I have been working on in the American House Cleaners Association as a whole, and all of our members have been working on, is spreading that respect and awareness, not just for the businesses themselves, but for the people actually doing the work. So the trade providers, so your team members, if you want to grow a team, you have to see them as professionals. Even if they learn from you, they are becoming a professional through your systems and your program. And so you have to build your company with that mindset of uplifting leaders within your teams and really helping them feel and know that what they do is important, that it's skilled, and that it's an irreplaceable service. No robot will be able to take it over. They're going to figure out how to live forever before they figure out how to make a robot that can clean unique homes and all the kinds of unique surfaces and shapes and contaminants on. I mean, there's just so many things that make cleaning skilled, and that a robot could never take over. So this industry is not going away; it's just becoming stronger, and we are doing this together. And so, if you haven't heard of us, join, check it out, the ahca.org. I think there should be a link to our group, either in this post, whatever post you're on,
And in the website
and
as
in the
well.
website as well.
Hey, I just wanted to illustrate
so-
what you were just saying. Okay,
Okay.
y'all think about this, right? So
Please do.
the PCP course stands for Professional Cleaning Provider, right?
Right.
And so if y'all's team members are certified professional cleaning providers, preventative healthcare specialists, they're a practitioner, right? And so think about your local hospital, or maybe Kaiser Permanente or whatnot. Think about a radio commercial or TV commercial or whatnot. Your hospital is not out there saying to the community, come to our clinic and our hospital because the administrative staff and the managers are just incredible. Like that's why you want to choose our hospital. That's what, no.
We drive around in the fanciest cars.
What are
The
they
coolest
saying in the
office.
commercials? How are they presenting their hospital? Same thing with like an ambulance company, right?
Mhm.
They don't say, hey, our office staff is, that amazing. No, they say, hey, we have the best educated, licensed, caring physicians, nurses, and providers and practitioners around, and we're going to take care of you, right?
Mhm.
So they don't market or present their business other than putting the focus on the practitioners. And that's what
Right.
we're saying to you right now,
Yeah.
is we're saying put
Exactly.
the focus on your practitioners, right? Your healthcare specialists, preventative healthcare specialists, your PCPs out in the field.
Mhm.
Put the focus on them and the important skilled work that they do as preventative healthcare specialists in your local community. And that's going to be a win for you. When you make that change, you have to shift your mindset away from what you've learned maybe when you had a job, or just the old corporate like micromanagement system.
For
that
cleaning services.
we have to shake that away, because
Yeah.
that ain't the way no more. The way is leadership over management. The way is preventative healthcare specialists, professional cleaning providers. We are making a significant impact, not only in people's physical health, but also mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. We're saving marriages. We are increasing the longevity of life. So many amazing, awesome things that this trade that our practitioners are doing. Put the focus on that in your local community. Spread the word. Watch your phone start ringing off the hook. Watch your rate start climbing up when you put the focus on building up your team as professional providers.
Amen. Well, I think that everybody can take away a lot from that message right there. And I think this has been a really great live. And yes,
We love
definitely take that
Mondays
away.
are our favorite day
Yeah.
because we get to spend this time with y'all so that we can all kick off the week with the right mindset, being proactive, not reactive, and then looking at that dot on our hand. And every single time we see it, saying, are things coming at me? And am I thinking, I can't do this, or this is too much, or I'm too old, or whatever? Or are we thinking about developing solutions to the challenges?
Right, exactly. So definitely go out there and put your focus on building that team that Kevin was just describing. Focus on the providers. See it as a hospital on the move. You are actually giving preventative health care to people in their homes. And you might not be dealing with physically their body, but you are impacting their body, their mindset, in every form when you're cleaning their house. So get out there, know how important the work that you are providing people, whether you are leading teams or you are a cleaning provider that is solo. And yeah, we wish you the best this week. And hopefully we will see some of you on Thursday. And then we also have our Spanish live on Wednesday. Oh, and by the way, the PCP course and video is now all translated or almost translated. We have a few more to do, but the whole PCP course should be completely translated by Wednesday at the latest.
Hopefully today. We're going to try for today, but Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah.
So that's Wednesday. Spanish leaders will be hosting a live broadcast for all cleaners, 100% in Spanish. It'll be right here in the HCA Facebook group, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then on Thursday night, that's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time, broadcasted in the HCA Facebook group for all members of the HCA Success Team or Leaders Success Club. And we're going to be talking about habits 3 and 4 of the 7 habits, and that's personal management and interpersonal leadership. And so it's going to be an amazing time on Thursday. Thursdays are always, we always say 1 hour, we go an hour and a half easy because there's just so much to talk about and everybody's sharing, what they're learning. And so Thursday, really excited about that. Yeah. Hope you guys are off to a good week. Make it a good week. And we look forward to seeing you around in the community later this afternoon, this evening.
All right. We will see y'all either tomorrow or Thursday. Take care.
See you.
Have a great week. Crush those goals.